This is a booktube video. This pile used to be in the other room, and I moved it in here, and now there's a book that I want, that I started already, and it's all the way down there. So I have to go through this pile, and I thought, I'll just go through it with you, I guess. I know we just kind of did it, but there are some new things, so. The Quran. Have you ever heard of the Quran? It's a very powerful book. There's 114 chapters of the Quran. I read it all. There's a playlist called the Quran. It's my Bible. Not my favorite version. I like the Good News translation. I like the Message. This one is New Jerusalem. It is better than King James because this is a Catholic version which has, I'm pretty sure, yes, it has Maccabees. You Catholics are missing Maccabees. You're missing Tobit. Let me see if this one's got Tobit. Yes, this one has Tobit, Judith. It's got 1 Maccabees and 2 Maccabees. But I don't think it would qualify as being the full Apocrypha in here because I didn't see Susanna stuff in there. So, anyway. This is The American by Henry James. It is a novel rich in the way in which it draws archetypal myths and mimetic modes behind its melodrama. It's a simple romance. It's the history of man's dream of better worlds, travel to strange lands, marriage to high and noble ladies. At the same time, the book reveals a deep affection for American innocence. Well, I think America's fucking guilty. Published by New American Library. $1.75. Look at that. I love looking at books, especially when I'm stressed the fuck out. Maybe I'll read it again. I did listen to it last summer. It was romance. It didn't work out. Book of Mormon. Now I be reading from the bigger Book of Mormon. Look at my Book of Mormon. Look at the one you might find if you get out, but they're hard to come by. It's just the Book of Mormon. Mine that I read from is the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. Doctrine and Covenants is the playlist I've been working on. There's also one for Pearl of Great Price. Nowhere near done. Okay, so if you would like a copy of this, I do have an extra copy. We have an extensive book reviews on this one. There's probably 3 on my playlist of BookTube. I want to talk more about that, but this pile's going to get too high if we don't move this around here. Because the book I want it's way down here. Can you see it? This is what I want. Oh, this book's in the way. Let me see anything. It's way down here. The one I want to get. And I don't want to get these messed up because I have them. The good stuff on top. Okay. This one I started the other day and it sounded really good. Henry James. Same author as this dude, right? Henry James. Okay. This one started off with doctors And I was very triggered about some other things, but not by the book. And I do want, it sounded really interesting because I do believe that, there is medicinal herbs and stuff out there to be, like a mechanic for your body. However, these doctors today are just fraud. They're pushing drugs they never even tried. That's not good. Okay, this one is kind of thick. Show you that. But I do want to check it out. Okay, I showed you this one. This is the only book I have by Anonymous. Can you see that? That's what it says. From his precious childhood to the end of what he calls his amatory career, an adventurous Victorian known only as Walter records a breathtaking carnal epic through hundreds of sexual encounters with one or more nursemaids, prostitutes, cousins, actresses, working men, and other men's wives. In ruling everything sexual within the realm of possibility, Walter reveals varied delights, whims, fancies, I have normal sexual violence, fetishes, surprisingly love sometimes, and many escapades. He learns an invaluable lesson. One can never know too much concerning human nature. It's portraying an error of notorious repression in which the appearance of propriety had to be strictly maintained. The Secret Life provides a rare look at the hidden side of Victorian life, upstairs, downstairs encounters where nothing is proper or forbidden. First published in London around 1900, it's a landmark work. Sexual dynamic of a society between the rich, poor, male and female, sexual and chaste. I don't think I'm going to open it. But we can't let anybody else open it either, I guess. So, maybe someday get a little kinky. But, I don't know. Age of Repression. Ethan Frome, beautiful book. If you're sick, read this. If you're sick, listen to this on audiobook. This one I need to keep to the top because I'm still in the middle of that one. I think I'm going to finish this one today on audiobook. I put it away because over the weekend I wanted to focus on some other stuff. Walden, also, I'm still going through that. Still on that one. Williams Foster, let's see. Maggie, Girl of the Streets. This has got a couple books in it. Maggie, Girl of the Streets, An Experiment in Misery. That was where a guy dressed up like a bum and to see how people treat him. And there's also an experiment online I saw that if you own a shelter, a 501c shelter, a charity, that you should also dress like a bum and go and see what happens inside your charity, because you're going to be indicted if you don't, probably, okay? Clive Cussler. Pacific Vortex, that was good. Trick-or-treat murders, after you've been through domestic violence, sometimes these violent things trigger you, but I hope to enjoy a good murder mystery again. Kidnapped. That's a beautiful cover. I should leave that one out. I think Joe read that over the winter. Oh, I have a couple Ayn Rands. Okay. Now, this is the one I have. Oh, this is huge. have a large print copy of this at my dad's if he didn't already destroy it, like he tried to destroy me. This book is mentioned in Dirty Dancing, and that's why I picked it up. This, for oddly enough, this is not for resale, and I didn't buy it. It was down near King's College in one of those book depositories. It does say student edition. I was really enjoying that book. Because I'm trying to pick a book for August and finish this one down here, and this might be my August book because this was really enjoyable. It did get a little weird, I think, it was an architect, and there was a girl involved. I don't know. This is another one of her books. This one says, at the back of it says individualism. Can you see that? He lived in the dark ages of the future. That sounds gloomy, dark future. Okay, anyway, in a loveless world, he dared to love the woman of his choice in an age that had lost all traces of science and civilization. That's where we are. He had the courage to seek and find knowledge, but these were not the crimes for which he would be hunted. He was marked for death because he had committed the unpardonable sin. He stood forth from the mindless human herd. He was a man alone. Wow. Maybe I'll check out both of her books. A is for August and A is for Ayn Rand. Maybe that's it. This is my journal that you should have one. There's just some things you shouldn't forget. Weird. Okay. Another murder mystery. Murder in the Smithsonian. A beautiful hardcover book from the local high school, discarded. What did they put in place of it? It says, Heather McBean came from Scotland to Washington to find out who murdered her fiancé, Louis Tunney. Oh, he was a doctor. Dr. Louis Tunney, her fiancé. It happened during a glittering black tie affair at the Smithsonian. Dr. Louis Tunney was a brilliant historian, stumbled on an international art scandal, brutally murdered right in front of 200 guests. Captain Mike Hanrahan, who was in charge of the case, developed special feelings for Heather. He knew she was in danger, and above all, wanted to keep her safe. When suddenly there was 2 more murders. Hanrahan was decidedly worried, but Heather was stubborn and insisted on going her own way right into the arms of a killer. I think I'm not ready for that one. Okay. Oh, hang 1,000 trees with ribbons. There's a sticker on the thing, so I'll try to read it. It says, kidnapped from her home. Oh, God. Sold. Sticker right over it. Sold probably to somebody named Phyllis. Maybe, or she became Phyllis. Wealthy merchant family in Boston. Unusual paths for a woman. Wheatley's talents. Family coaxes her to perform for influential guests. Unsuccessful in finding an American publisher bold enough to publish a Negro woman's poetry. Nathaniel and Phyllis sail to England. where Phyllis becomes the toast of London society. Her poems are published, the first book of poetry by an American Negro woman. But soon Phyllis discovers fame has its price. Her stability and way of life are threatened as she struggles to find out who she is and where she fits in a white man's world. This is not a poem, a poetry book. This is a book about poetry, a book about, it's a book by a woman, Anne, another Anne. You know, repression of woman is just such a triggering thing, because I am a woman, but you should not. American citizens are all equal here. You can't, like, be fucking around. You're gonna find out that we're equal. Okay, this is plays, four pretty small plays. I should leave it out, because sometimes you really want something small. This I've already read, I've already seen. I own this book at my dad's, and I picked it up in hardcover here, and it has, it's like pictures too, but my paperback did not have these, so wow. Pulitzer Prize winning play. I mean, it says, in case you girls did not know, this is Marlon Brando. Okay. And this is one of the most remarkable plays of our time. It created an immortal woman in the character of Blanche Dubois, the haggard and frail Southern beauty whose pathetic last grasp at happiness is cruelty destroyed. It shot Marlon Brando to fame in the role of Stanley Kowalski, a sweat-shirted barbarian, the crudely sensual brother-in-law who precipitated Blanche's tragedy. That's a beautiful book. I don't know why they got rid of that book. Why? I mean, somebody should investigate whoever at Wyoming Valley West just get rid of these books. I mean, I guess it's not the best one, but The Spy, James Fenimore Cooper. This was a mysterious stranger who one day early in the American Revolution found his way to the Virginia plantation and asked for lodging. Was he a simple peddler, as he claimed to be, or a British agent in disguise, or was he General Washington's personal emissary on a mission that would change the course of history? I enjoyed that. See, we're getting so high here. Hold on. See, it's pretty far down there, and the bigger ones are down there, so hold on. Okay. Let's see, this is long, and the last one was long. Should we just keep going? You want a long one? Do you want to keep going? Captain Courageous. Rudyard Kipling's most enduring popular works, a stirring tale of sea, a classic coming-of-age story. Harvey Shine, a pampered 15-year-old son of an American millionaire sailing to Europe, falls overboard and is saved by the New England fishing schooner, and he finds his rough new companions unimpressed by his money and shocked at his ignorance. He's gonna have to prove his worth in the only way a captain and crew will accept: slow and arduous mastery of skills upon which their common survival depends. Okay, I'm gonna cut this for you.